Hi, everyone. My name is Presley Moffett, and I'm so excited to be presenting to you today my honors project titled Why Lead? Supporting Student Leadership in Placentia Yorba Linda Unified School District, or PYL-USD. So first, I'm going to talk about what inspired this project. So when choosing a topic for my honors project, I really wanted to combine my passion for education, child development, and leadership. So I was a student leader in Placentia Yorba Linda Unified. So I participated in peer leadership, which is a seventh grade leadership class. And then in eighth grade, I participated in Associated Student Body, or more commonly known as ASB, which is an eighth grade leadership class. And reflecting on these experiences, I realized how much leadership has made an impact on my life. And I also realized the importance of student leadership. Being a leader is really inspiring others to want to make a positive impact, whether that's in their school or in their local community or in society in general. And leaders have the power to advocate for issues that they feel strongly about and to bring awareness of these issues to a larger audience. And because of these reasons, I thought student leadership would be a great area to focus on. So since this research project is about PYL-USD, I just wanted to give a brief overview of some facts. So there's a total of 24,000 students enrolled in this district and 34 school sites. And the district serves students who not only live in Placentia and Yorba Linda, but also in nearby Anaheim, Brea, and Fullerton. And the three largest student ethnic groups in the district are Hispanic and Latino students at 43%, white students at 32%, and Asian and Pacific Islander students at 18%. And 52% of the entire student population in PYL-USD is male and 48% is female. So what was the goal of this project? So I really wanted to examine the benefits of leadership for adolescents, and specifically, what are the benefits of having school leadership programs and offering other leadership opportunities in school settings. And I wanted to encourage students with leadership potential to possibly consider becoming more involved in school leadership. And also I wanted to provide a resource for students in PYL-USD, students who may be interested in pursuing student leadership, but just don't have the information to make that informed decision. So why focus specifically on student leadership? So according to a study done by Dempster and Lizio, there has been a steady decline of interest in civic engagement and community leadership among young people. And they found a trend that once these young people enter the workforce, they are less likely to commit to leadership roles in their careers. And so the idea of focusing research on student leadership is that if we target young students early, if we introduce them to the idea of leadership and give them opportunities to develop leadership skills, it is more likely that they'll feel confident about their leadership abilities and want to pursue these positions in the future. So next I'm going to talk about the methods of my research project. So this was a case study utilizing qualitative data, and I collected that by conducting interviews with 4 activities directors and 4 alumni students who participated in leadership while in PYL-USD. So just to explain what an activities director is, an activities director is a teacher who teaches an academic subject, but also oversees all school leadership programs and anything to do with school activities. So for example, I interviewed an activities director who has a single subject credential in history, but also oversees peer leadership and ASB. And so I interviewed 2 middle school and 2 high school activities directors, and 3 of the alumni I interviewed are very well established in their career and have been in the workforce for over 20 years. And one of the alumni I interviewed is a recent high school graduate who is currently a freshman in college. So the main components of my research. So I have 2 main parts. The first part is a research overview, which is more like a traditional research paper with an introduction about my study and student leadership, a literature review about student leadership studies, my methodology, findings, and discussion. And then the second part is still in progress. but this will be a student guide. And I'm hoping to give this to the activities directors who I interviewed so they can distribute it to the students at their school. And I'm intending to include types of leadership opportunities that students can pursue, tips on the application process, because classes like peer leadership and ASB are application based, which means that students have to apply in order to get a spot in these classes, and an overview of activities. So if they get into peer leadership and ASB, what types of activities will they be participating in? So how I organized my findings was I decided to identify four major overarching themes. And the first one I want to discuss is diversity and inclusion. All of the activities directors emphasized to me that in order to create an effective leadership program, you have to create an inclusive environment for all students. You have to select student leaders for your programs from every single group on campus because you are dealing with financial decisions. You're getting school funding and allocating it to activities. And when you are dealing with important decisions like that, it is important to hear voices from every single student. And the next theme is serving over self. So, according to a study done by Bowman, to serve is to live. And essentially, what that means is that the willingness and desire to serve should come naturally and it shouldn't be forced. And all of the activities directors explained to me how their students are just intrinsically motivated, that they put in the effort to creating activities because they really care about the school and really care about the student body. But also, activities directors emphasize to me that they're constantly reminding their students to think about their why. So, why are we doing an activity? Are we doing it to make ourselves feel good, or are we doing it to make the school a better place? And the next theme is cultivating school spirit. So, every activities director I spoke to said that their job as an activities director is to create a community, to connect students to school, to make them excited to come every single day, whether that's planning something as small as a pep rally or an assembly, or planning something as big as a school wide dance. And the fourth theme is self discovery. Of course, in this age group, middle school and high school students, you're going to see that they're going through a lot of self discovery and they are discovering themselves in a variety of ways. But in a leadership context, they are really finding what their values are and what they are capable of, what their skills and abilities are, what is their leadership style, and what issues they're passionate about. So, one of the alumni talked about how she had a sibling who was sick and was treated at Children's Hospital of Orange County, or CHOC. And she's very passionate about helping sick children in the hospital. And she was able to plan an activity at her school and she was able to contribute and donate to the hospital. And she said that this experience made her leadership class way more impactful because she was able to bring something that she was passionate about and bring an issue that not a lot of people knew that she was passionate about to her fellow peers. So ultimately, why should we support student leadership? Since this study is about PYLUSD, I wanted to connect it back to their core values and their mission statement. So students have the chance to participate in an experience that will empower them to become responsible, ethical, and contributing citizens. And leadership also promotes students to develop integrity, to practice collaboration with others through teamwork, and to pursue innovative ideas while striving for overall excellence every day. And leadership programs also help to promote a positive learning environment for all students and will help them to gain skills that will be applicable to college or career and life. So that concludes my presentation, and thank you all so much for listening.